One of the things that I'll show you here in the process discovery tools is the ability to look specifically at events. For example, this requirement for more information is a rather interesting event. It's highly variable, and it's also something that an insurance provider wouldn't want to do very often. So they would want to limit the number of times that we're reaching out to a client to ask for more information. That's just because it induces friction from the client's perspective. The more times you have to involve them, the more manual it all seems. Moreover, it could also be time-consuming because there's no guarantees the customer gets back to you in a timely manner. And so your claim could sit and wait to get that missing piece of trailing information. The less you would do this, the better. So what you can do is select on this, or any event, and actually see a distribution as to how often that event is occurring. And this is pretty interesting. This shows us that this requirement for more info could happen up to 4 times. And this distribution shows us that it actually happens more than once 60% of the time. And as I move this, you start to see how many fall above or below whatever threshold I've chosen. I've also got some interesting stats here, which may be able to allow me to draw correlations. That is, what is happening most commonly prior to this event happening or after this event, in case there's any correlation to draw there. So I've got statistics around those things happening around this event. You also see I can choose to hide it. I can sort by those that have more requirement for more information events. I can even align by this event. So let me just show you what that looks like. When I choose to align by this event, we line up all of our timelines as if this event happened at the same time. So we get a good idea of those things that are happening around it. So there is some powerful functionality here. What I find most interesting is the ability to use this as a filter and just say, hey, you know what I'm really curious about? Just those claims where we've reached out for more info 3 or 4 times. That's a lot of outreach, and I can apply that as a filter. And now, within my working set, I've got all the claims where we had 3 or 4 instances of a requirement for more information. And I'm often doing my root cause analysis, doing my path analysis, to see what the behavior often looks like, and so on. So we've just looked specifically at how often events are repeating and what things are happening around those events.